Hey guys, this is the Sub Predicate, and today I'm showing you guys the first episode of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Elite Weapon Fusion. So, in Advanced Warfare, as you guys know, there are two elite variants of one weapon. So let's say the ARX has two elite variants, so does the Battle, so does every weapon in the game. Even the pistols, even the launchers, even though launchers, crossbows, stuff like that don't do anything with those variants. So what we're going to be doing on this series is that we're going to find one weapon that has two elite variants. Each one is really good in their own rights, and they don't contradict each other. Now, what I mean by this is that we can't have one elite variant that decreases the, for example, like the Steed, the one that decreases the fire rate and increases the damage, and then the other elite variant of it increases the fire rate. We can't have contradicting stuff like that. But they're both good in each one of their rights. But what we're going to be doing on here is that we're going to be trying to combine their stats together. Now with that out of the way, we're going to be covering the first weapon on this series, the MP11. So the MP11 has two elite variants, the MP11 Squeaker and the MP11 Goliath. Now before we jump into what they do, we're going to be focusing on the MP11. So when I review a weapon, we're going to be going with the fire rate and the damage, the two most important things. So the MP11's damage is 30, 24, and 19, making it a 4 to 6 shot kill. Now that is pretty average for the SMGs in this game, so there's nothing too significant about that. And next up, the 4 shot kill range. That's kind of what I want to get into in this, because people always talk about the damage. Some people just say it has higher damage and you'll get more kills at close range. No, that is not the case. With damage, it usually just affects the long ranges, and when you guys don't get to those that much depending on the gun's ranges. But yeah, if you guys get like a 3 increase, then you get like, sometimes I don't think weapon ever has been affected in the close shot range. It's usually long range, and in rare cases the medium range. So this weapon has a 4 shot kill range of 12.5 meters. That is a little bit over shotgun range. Same thing, I just looked at all the other weapons on my stat chart here. I will credit these people in the description. And yeah, this is pretty average. Everything about this SMG is average except one thing. Every single gun has one thing that makes it stand out over the other guns in that weapons category. So 12.5 meters, that's pretty simple, a little bit over shotgun range. And now the 5 shot range is almost doubled at 21.5 meters. For visual representations, I will have those on the screen for you guys. I'm not sure. I'm recording this pre-live and putting gameplay over it. And yeah, 12.5 meters, that's also average. Everything about this SMG is average. So basically, after 21.5 meters, it is a 6 shot kill till infinity across the biggest map in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. It'll always kill in 6 shots after 21.5 meters. So the thing to note that is significantly better on the MP11 than all the other SMGs is insanely high rate of fire. It has a fire rate of 900 rounds per minute. That's pretty fast. That's not many SMGs in COD history have ever hit that, and it's very useful. You guys might have some concerns that it burns your clip too quickly, but no, you have space for 3, and if you guys save your ammo correctly, you get 4 kills and 1 clip without having to reload. But every single COD player knows that after 1 kill, you guys basically have to reload. That's something that almost every single COD player has, melted into their minds. So now that we got the regular MP11 stats out of the way, we're going to be going on to the first elite variant, which is the MP11 Goliath. So this thing's stats are that we get a 3 increase in damage. This is the only variant of 2 that actually does that, the other being the ARX Steel Bite. And to counteract this, we get 3 minus in handling. So what this translates into is that we get a 30% wider hipfire spread, and it's noticeable. You guys will notice it compared to the regular variant, but it's not really noticeable that much. You guys can still definitely kill, and this thing is mostly for close ranges, so you guys should be aiming down sights. That's what you should be doing on almost every single weapon you got. But if you have to hip fire, the -3 in handling won't affect you that much. So the -3 in handling is basically useless, but what is really good about this weapon is that 3 increase in damage. So the new MP11's damage is 30, 30, and 24, making it a 4 to 5 shot kill instead of 6. So there are a couple of things to note here. We basically destroy the 6 shot range. We don't have a 6 shot range anymore. 6 shot range, goodbye, hasta la vista, sayonara, whatever you guys want to say. 6 shot range will not be affecting you guys on the MP11 Goliath. Now another thing to note here is that our mid shot range has changed to 30. Why is that important? Because our short shot range, or the first range, is 32. So basically we merge that together. Don't think of the medium range and the short range as two different numbers. Think of them together because they're both 30. So this thing is basically 30 and 24. So we won't be getting any 3-shot kills at short range because this didn't affect that, but it didn't affect the mid-shot range, making it very useful. So our new 4-shot range is 21.5 meters. It replaced the 5-shot range on the regular MP11, if you guys remember that. So basically, after 21.5 meters, it is a 5-shot kill for infinity, and that's insane. Like at 21.5 meters, it was changing to a 6-shot kill. So if you guys were getting 5-shot kills at that range, you should have no problem because you will be requiring 1 less shot. Alright, so now that we have praised the Goliath, I want to go to its brother, the MP11 Squeaker. So the MP11 Squeaker stats are, we get an integrated red dot sight, free red dot sight, you know, you don't have to take up a slot on your attachments. That's pretty good. And then we get a 2 increase in fire rate, and to counteract that, a 2 decrease in accuracy. Now the -2 in accuracy, that just means that we have 20% more recoil, which can be easily handled by a foregrip. Now that +2 in fire rate, that's really interesting. That's what everyone wants to get into. So that roughly translates into 1100 RPM. For emphasis sake, 1100 RPM, guys. That's 200 more than the base MP11. That's incredible. You don't need SMGs. You don't need SMGs firing this fast. It shouldn't be a thing unless we have an extremely big clip, and that's something with this weapon. It already has the fastest shooting of all the SMGs, but it's just sometimes it feels like too much. But it's really useful. The recoil means you won't be getting too many shots at medium range. This is mostly just a bullet hose at close ranges, and it's a really fun variant to use. Now this is my favorite part, guys. This is the part where I'm be showing you guys how to actually fuse these weapons and get the best benefits from each variant into one class. Now the things you will need to actually make this setup, this variant, whatever you guys want to call it, you will actually need the Goliath. I tinkered with a bunch of stuff, but as you guys know, there's no stopping power in this game, which means we cannot get any additional damage through attachments or anything. You have to have a variant, and there's no other variant for the MP11 that actually gets a 3 damage. That's why this thing is worthy of the title Elite. So for future episodes, I will try to have some way of not needing the Elite variant of the weapon to actually get the fusion of both Elite variants. But yeah, for this time we will need the MP11 Goliath. So once we have equipped the MP11 Goliath, we will be now integrating how to make the Squeaker. So I will be ripping this out of my how to make the elite weapon. The last episode I did was actually on the Squeaker. I was doing it in kind of preparation so I can get some of the information out of the way on that episode. It's kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone basically. So for starters, we will need a primary gunfire, so just put that on and just hold up for the attachments. So we will need the red dot sight because, you know, Squeaker has a red dot sight, and the iron sights are okay. They can get the job done, but not ideal. They're kind of jiggity, raggedy, if those are real words even. But yeah, that's the best way I can explain this. So red dot sight useful, but I really personally wouldn't run it on the normal MP11. But it's really useful, and it's on the Squeaker, so we need to equip it. Now, how to get that fire rate buff? We will need rapid fire. Now for this, you need to get somewhere along the lines of 3 double kills, and we already have it on, you know, really easy, just an attachment. Now this thing is a monster already, guys. It's so good with the damage buff. We will kill it in 4 shots all the way to 21.5 meters, and then with the fire rate buff with the rapid fire, it's basically gonna make us kill opponents faster, enemies faster. Really good. And then once we start to hit the 5-shot range after 21.5 meters, the red dot really helps to, you know, keep everything clear, because with the regular iron sights, they're like small, you know, you can't really see it. It's a bit obstructive, but this is just really good so far. Now there is one more attachment that I recommend you guys putting on, You guys can already roll with the 2 attachments and the Goliath, you know, that's already good so far. But to get more long shots or more mid shots basically, because with the rapid fire, you know, we'll be having a shit ton of recoil, and it's just really good if you guys put the foregrip on this. Now foregrip, really easy. When you guys put on a rapid fire, we actually do get a 2 deduction in accuracy, which is the same as the Squeaker. So if you guys did have the Squeaker, you guys would probably put on the foregrip. And since we still have that -2 in accuracy thanks to the rapid fire, I highly recommend putting on the foregrip. Now, an advanced COD strategy that I like to use with this exact setup is that we don't have room for extended mags. You guys can see an extended mag would be really useful on the Squeaker, and there's one way to sort of get our little version of extended mags. We basically have to run the scavenger. Blast suppressor is like the perk that dominates perk 3, but I always run perk 3 greed, whether it be toughness or scavenger, but scavenger is really useful. So the advanced COD strat is we run around, kill 2 people, drop our clip, reload really fastly, and we just run over the packs and we get more ammo than how much we dropped in the clip. Now, it can be debated that we could use the extended mags, and yes, it is true, we can use the extended mags, but that means knocking off the foregrip, you know, if we're trying to keep with all the other 2 attachments. But knocking off the foregrip, that's not really good, because once we get into the mid-range gunfights, we'll be losing more because of our unhandleable recoil. Even though we have a red dot sight, the foregrip is very useful. And then if you guys do choose to run extended mags, guys just might want to hit fire, stay at insanely close ranges. But if you guys don't run it, stay with the foregrip, use the scavenger. That's our sort of little cheat to get the extended mags. Alright guys, that's it for today's episode of Elite Weapon Fusion. If you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Today our goal for likes is 5 likes, and join me next time where I'll be covering the HBR A3. Peace!